A man has always been attracted to a healthy body. Centuries ago, it was necessary for our ancestors to survive in the wilderness. But today, people's lifestyles have been changed. We do not need muscles to survive in the city. We do not hunt or do any excessive physical work. But one thing remains unchanged. Health cannot be obtained. It is impossible to earn it. It is not for sale. It is impossible to recover it fully. Health is a gift that can be only stored and protected. People make money losing health, and then they spend more money to regain it. We want to be beautiful, but often forget that beauty is a healthy body.
Let's look into the past, Greece. Since ancient times, the culture of this country was an inspiring model for many people. Many people of all nations sought the Greek ideals of beauty. Clothing did not cover much of the Greeks' body, and yet they were never shy. Actually, they had nothing to be ashamed of. How did the Greeks manage to have a beautiful and healthy body? Sports. Everyone from young to the old were engaged in sports. Regular physical activities and an active lifestyle helped Greeks to be in a beautiful and healthy physical form.
Let's get back to our time, 2011. According to world statistics, 45 million children are obese. Expenditures on projects to reduce weight in the U.S. for 2011 exceeded $50 million. Food keeps a person as a hostage and puts a sign on him. Like a drug, food is addictive, giving a pleasure for which health is a price. Food takes away our beauty and self-confidence, and it is more serious than you think. Today, food is no longer necessary. We do not need to hunt food anymore. Food has become the attribute of fashion. Access to food and its taste varieties make people tremble. Food takes an important place in our lives. We eat when we feel great or depressed. We eat when we are bored and eat when we want a break. Food puts people on their knees and seizes their stomach. Then it steps forward and stops being natural. The result of this is obesity. Do you want to stop the food slavery? Do you want to end the food addiction once and forever? If yes, this movie is for you.
From the moment as the first ships began to cross the ocean, countries around the world began to trade food. Food export and import launched new industries and jobs. Today, by the law of the United States of America, every food maker is obliged to write the nutrition facts on the label.
I'll tell you a little story I learned about fat. A couple of years ago, they diagnosed me with type 2 diabetes. So what happened then, I was sent to a school to learn about nutrition. This school cost my insurance company $1,000. One of the most important things I learned is in the United States, everything has the ingredients on it and how much fat, cholesterol, sugar, and that sort of thing are included with it.
Reading these labels can help us easily find the food content. These labels resemble a chemistry textbook. If we did not drink Coca-Cola, we would never hear about half of the chemicals included in this soda. One of those is corn syrup, a component that quickly makes us fat. Have you ever thought why it is impossible to prepare food at home that is as delicious as the food in fast food restaurants? The answer is simple. It is sodium carbonate. This chemical is added to food and irritates the tongue, which makes the food tastier than you think. Entering the body with food, sodium carbonate also destroys the lining of the stomach. Constant consumption of cheap hamburgers, sweets, and similar products causes obesity and leads to diseases. Do not eat such food on a regular basis.
I heard on the news this morning that the federal government was going to cut down on all white bread and everything that is not healthy for kids in the cafeteria. So we're going to have a big change probably on French fries and pizza and all those things that kids love.
So here it is right here. New guidelines would make school lunches healthier. And then this is passed by our government. at a state level.
Also, the danger lies not only in what we eat, but in fact, in the quantities.
When you're eating food, you need to take it in moderation and look at portion sizes when you eat. It's okay to have food that necessarily isn't healthy as long as you're taking it in moderation. We've had rumors here around the school that we serve processed food and just fast food type meals, and that's not true either. We watch the trans fats that we cook in, and we give lots of options out there for students to take.
A calorie is a unit of energy. Different foods contain different amounts of calories. There is no secret that fatty foods have more calories than any other food. According to scientists, a person should consume approximately 2,000 calories each day.
A person like myself should probably keep their calories between 1,500 and 2,000 per day, depending on how much exercise you get. Now, I move around a lot in my room, but I also sit, so I need real good aerobic exercise. So every night I'll run 2 miles, and then I'll continue that after dinner with a 2-mile walk. Now, the only problem with that is my knee's going out, so I have to figure out a new way to burn off calories. So once again, a key thing to remember is limit your fats. Pizzas, French fries, ice cream, limit that. Read the labels on packages so you know what you're eating, and keep the fat intake and the sugar to a minimum.
Using labels, you can easily monitor this amount. However, people eat until they are full. Therefore, eating an apple satisfies your hunger and gets you only 8 calories, which will not lead to obesity. In comparison, one chocolate bar contains 504 calories, and in order to feel full, you need to eat 4 to 5 of these bars.
Obesity leads to serious health problems such as cardiovascular failure and diabetes. Also, obese people increase the risk of getting such diseases as fatty liver disease, gallbladder disorders, and certain forms of cancer. Combined with the chemicals that a person consumes along with chips and soda, food that is supposed to prolong a human life becomes a poison. Obese people seem to get colon cancer oftener than lean. It should be remembered that the higher degree of the obesity leads to a higher risk of health issues. Weight loss can prevent the most common health problems, such as leg pain while walking, dizziness, high blood pressure, or back pain. It is known that obesity is the main cause of type 2 diabetes.
Beyond a normal weight can cause a lot of problems with your health, and that would include everything from high blood pressure to high cholesterol and other various ailments.
Often, people who suffer from obesity are convinced that they eat little and blame the food. However, many of them simply do not believe how many times a day they have a high-calorie snack.
Many people are fighting obesity by dieting and fasting, but diets do not provide lasting results. Instead, they may harm your health.
There's also misconception. A lot of people think that, when they're trying to lose weight or, eat healthy, that they stop eating altogether, or they will choose just to eat one meal. When it boils down to moderation, your body needs the fuel that they gets from the food. So you need to eat properly.
The body perceives a sharp weight loss as an extreme situation, and at the first opportunity, it quickly recovers the lost fat. The only way to lose weight without harm to health is to eat healthy food. It is also important to eat moderately.
Although excessive body fat is bad, the body needs fat.
So we need some fat in our body, the healthy kind of fat that comes from plants and fish, because it's used to make hormones like estrogen and testosterone. We need fat in our bodies to cushion our organs also. Without fat, our intestines would be susceptible to getting bruised, for instance. So we have a type of fat in our bodies called essential fat, and if you get that from plants and fish sources, that's good fat to have.
However, fats can be different.
The bad type of fat is the fat that comes from meats like steak and chicken and that sort of thing. That kind of fat makes your blood thicker. It damages your blood vessel walls so they can't expand and contract when they need to. It can also build up around your heart, so your heart gets crowded and it can't move around to beat correctly. And then it also deposits under your skin and adds a lot of extra weight to your joints. So people's joints break down if they're carrying extra fat weight.
Obesity comes not only from fat food, but in fact everything depends on the food calories. Fruit and vegetable consumption reduces weight and strengthens health. Fiber, which is contained in greens passing through the body, cleanses the body of toxins and harmful substances.
The body, like any other mechanism, needs energy. We need to consume a large list of substances for the process of cell division and to maintain the necessary chemical reactions in the body. Food is a source from which we can consume all that is necessary. But every product has a variety of substances in different concentrations. For example, oranges are rich in vitamin C and cheese has calcium. It is impossible to get everything you need eating only one kind of food. You must have a rich diet.
So, in order to control the amount of fat in your diet and make sure you're taking in the right kinds of fats, it would be best to snack on fruits and vegetables that are just like they grow, like a celery stick or apples right as they come off, just like they come off of the tree, rather than things that come in bags like potato chips and pretzels. Also, making choices about taking stairs and parking further out in the parking lot so you take more steps, just so you get more body movement to burn calories, is another way to control fat.
Like cars, we accumulate the fuel after each filling and spend it during movements. But unlike machines, the body contains as much fuel as a person eats. Unspent energy remains in the body as fat. If a person continues more than he or she spends, there is a process of accumulation. Slowly, but surely, the body turns to a fat storage unit.
Each student spends more than 6 hours a day sitting on a chair. That's about 121 hours a month. That means that the body metabolism is slowed and energy is consumed slowly for most of the day.
Research has shown that exercise is very important, and a sedentary lifestyle, a lot of sitting is not good for you. You need to have exercise, and they're recommending now an hour a day at least of exercise, good cardio exercise to bring up the heart rate. This helps to keep a healthy weight and helps you to feel better mentally as well.
Thus, it is necessary to be physically active after school. Walking in the park and sports help to spend excessive energy and protect the body from obesity. The secret of sports is the exercise that make people to breathe deeply, and as a result, the body is enriched with oxygen and begins to work better. The body becomes beautiful and attractive.
After school, I usually go to work and I walk to school and walk home, and usually what I do is I do hands-on activities, and I don't sit in front of a computer, but usually hands-on activities, but I do walk a lot.
The secret of the ancient Greeks was their lifestyle. An active lifestyle is the only way to become healthy. Gradually, your body will change, becoming strong and beautiful.